Hello, this is Darrell Castle with today's podcast. Today is Friday, August 16th, 2013, and today we take a look at Egypt, and we ask ourselves, what is going on in Egypt with all this violence? What, if anything, should the U.S. do in Egypt? What should we do about this violence? In the early days of the Arab Spring, the U.S. chose to abandon its longtime ally, Hosni Mubarak, in favor of the Muslim Brotherhood's Mohammed Morsi and some form of democracy that Morsi promised to bring to Egypt. Who is our enemy, we ask? Who are we fighting across the Middle East, across East Asia and North Africa? Isn't it radical Islam or jihadism, as some would say? It can't be Al-Qaeda, can it? Because we fight them in some places and we arm them in other places. How successful have we been? How successful has the Obama administration been, diplomatically speaking, in the Middle East? In Libya, we have Benghazi as an example, and according to recent testimony at the Senate committee, 400-man portable surface-to-air missiles delivered into the hands of Al-Qaeda-backed rebels in Syria from the mission in Benghazi. In Egypt, we favor some version of the Muslim Brotherhood's democracy, or radical Islam, if you will. We fight it in one place, we favor it in another place. Every place we seem to send mixed messages. We condemn the violence, now over 600 people dead in Egypt as I speak. We condemn the violence. John Kerry calls it deplorable. President Obama says it won't solve anything. The politicians line up to condemn it. They seem to want to distance themselves from the Egyptian military and support the Brotherhood, but they can't. They can't do that. They can't condemn Morsi's ouster as a coup, because that would cut off $1.5 billion in U.S. aid to Egypt. And without that aid, we might lose our, quote, influence in Egypt, a very important country to the U.S. and to Israel. So President Obama officially rebukes Egypt's ruling military junta in his speech and in his announcement that he had canceled a military exercise with Egypt. Officially, he rebukes them, but Obama was very cautious in his rebuke and seemed to downplay the violence. The president left for a golfing vacation on Martha's Vineyard to further emphasize his lack of concern for what is happening in Egypt. He said America cannot determine the future of Egypt. He said that, didn't he? America cannot determine the future of Egypt, but he continues to send aid. Now both sides hate us. Both sides hate us. One side hates us for not supporting them, and one side hates us for not supporting them. Or for supporting the others. The anti-Morsi folks hate U.S. Ambassador Ann Patterson more than anyone else. They call her a stooge of the Muslim Brotherhood because she would not criticize Mr. Morsi as his flawed democracy became more and more authoritarian and drifted more and more away from the rule of law in the Egyptian constitution. Again, mixed messages we send about Egypt and the Middle East in general. Who do we fight? But a better question is, who are we, and what do we want the future to look like? Wouldn't the policy of no foreign aid answer some of these moral questions? Wouldn't it help determine what we can do and what we can't do, whoever was in power in one place or another? No foreign aid, that's my view anyway. But this view of who do we fight, it's a good one. And why are we fighting? And should mind our own business be a better policy? Anyway, that's the way I see it, folks. Friday, August 16, 2013. Until next time, this is Darrell Castle. Thanks for listening.